baby blue sky is usually more calming than one full of clouds, but where we're going, a clear day can have you running for cover. Here, every bit of blue light requires a burst of energy. An ocean view isn't a vacation, it's a triathlon for your optic nerve. Take a look at the world of the blue toll, where seeing blue costs actual calories. Nobody's sure just when or how it started, but seeing blue came to have a weakening effect after a kind of retinal metabolic bridge materialized. Having the shortest wavelength, it essentially kicks your mitochondria into overdrive just to process the hue. People realized some changes were needed. The first was the amber streetlight mandate. White light, which contains blue wavelengths, was deemed a public health hazard, and a low-cost, low-energy, metabolic neutral sodium orange glow lit main streets to mega roads. You know it's bad if a ball of yarn puts this guy to sleep. Blueberries are the ultimate trap. You get the calories from eating them, but you lose half of them just by looking at the bowl.
Add lines 1 through 4.
Some laborers are paid in high-calorie rations, specifically because their jobs, like seafaring, involve high-risk blue exposure. Blue tax collectors distribute tubs of lard and sugar to sailors returning from tours at sea. Denim is the clothing of the elite. To wear blue jeans is to brag that you have calories to burn. Taxpayers wrestle every spring with the caloric-chromatic return, as if dealing with blue alone weren't enough. Sometimes it takes some real detective work, but people find ways to adapt. Robodillos clear a path for park-goers, squawking aggressively at blue hydrangeas and sucking up the stray blue candy wrapper, steering the visual metabolically vulnerable away from blue caloric sinkholes. Depending on weather and sun angle, there are actually times when iconically blue scenes are manageable if you stay on top of things.
8:58 on NWNI, time for the Beach Blue Index, sponsored by Go Nuts, Donuts to your door. Should be a great one for beachgoers, one of the best of the season with a Blue Horizon average of 1.8. Check the Noonie app for real-time updates and personal Bluecast.
And one person's burden can be another's barbell. The toughest workout of all at some gyms involves simply staring at a blue square on the wall in carefully timed sessions with experienced trainers.
Okay, take 5.
Witter is down, and that bruise is turning a very deep purplish blue. He'll need help on the sideline, not for the pain, but to replace carbs spent looking at it and to cover up the blue. Now he's receiving assistance as even the trainers are gobbling down the cakes. It's a heated battle indeed. Now comes a heavy dose of meringues. Oh, the meringue. Will he come back in time?
Speaking of comebacks, Curt Ward is back in a new movie facing Igbane's Indigo and his fiendish plot to surround people anywhere he chooses with blue, weakening them to succumb to his will. For everyone enjoying our little show, we really appreciate your likes and subscribes. Thank you.
Blue is back, Mr. Ward. Wherever I want it to be.
You'll never get away with it, Zindigo.
For this movie, which was a constant onslaught of azure, viewers wore amber vision glasses, and theaters installed special conveyor belts with Scandinavian sweetbreads, flash-cooled under the northern lights fresh out of the oven. This infuses the bread with the green and gold wavelengths, creating a chromatically charged carb. And the knot in some of those buns isn't for aesthetics, it's a caloric centrifuge. The tighter the twist, the more kinetic energy is stored. So, how did Curt Ward save the world from Igbane's Indigo? With the algorithm and an unlikely ally. Though trapped in Zindigo's fiendish cushion maze, he was able to hack a crack between cushions for, what else, a sofa wormhole to get a hold of his smartphone. He remembered noticing posts in a social media feed from several influencers who swore by tasteful beige interior design, taking no prisoners, and over-coordinating everything in sight with ruthless zeal. At the time, he of course knew their obsession was a case of a little knowledge being a dangerous thing. One notch above tacky doesn't make you a total design expert. But even antiseptic millennial beigesters can still have their role, so he swiftly formed a group chat to coordinate their skills and went to work.
We got this. No room we can't handle.
With his trusty old-school meringue zinger at his side to gum up Zindigo's goons or stretch out his dwindling supply of fika bread, Ward eventually saved the day, not with a gadget from HQ, but with a bucket of taupe paint, some oatmeal-colored curtains, and a crack ad hoc team of gray-beige guerrillas. And the Beige Brigade? They went back to doze in their minimalist living rooms, safe in the knowledge that a well-placed wicker basket is the best defense against a global health crisis. And as for Igbane's Indigo, he was sentenced to life in a remote, toxically tasteful beigeatorium where the only blue he'll ever see is the vein on the back of his own hand. Because...
in a world where a blue sky is a tax bracket, sometimes the smartest thing you can be is a bit dull.